All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, the honors to apostles and elders in New York, GMS, and salutations to you all around the world, teaching the truth. Shalom to you, serious off. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bangad, the Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites, right? Nobody on this earth is color of shoe polish, right? Black shoe polish, right? Whole nation Israel, we are brown skinned people with various shades of brown, all right? We are not affiliated with any violent militant terrorist groups. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite groups, all right? So we have Vocab alone coming to my video titled Vocab the Clown, Vocab the Clown. Who said it? Jews are brown, right? So he left a comment on there. I literally said the ancient Hebrew was brown in this show multiple times, specifically referred to the phrase lamentation they were ruddy in body and saying they were brown. Seriously, man. You know, that's how you talk about trial, you know, what's ain't like his, man. But anyway, man, now we all know when Esau say brown, Salah, you know, the seasons changing and stuff. All right, but anyway, when Esau say brown, you know what I mean, totally different. All right. When they say brown, sometimes they talking about like of what some today Arabs look like, you know, because you still have some very dark so-called Arabs, Ishmaelites. All right, but they talking about the ones that like real light cream brown, all right, brown looking, all right, or just like probably a little bit, probably like a little bit more darker, all right. You know, with a nice little with sometimes say like a nice little from they on from what they say olive brown, like Mediterranean look, you know, something like that. That's what, you know, or they could be talking about like a nice little brown, you know, not too dark, all right, not too light, just a nice presentation. You know, Salah. Caesars, man. All right. So that's what we talking about. All right. Now we the Israelites, when we say brown, all right, we were talking about like from very dark brown to Wesley Snipes all the way up to like light brown to like Mariah Carey, something like that. All right. That's what we talking about. And it got a nice balance to it. All right. Even though you walk outside, you may see like so-called Negroes, so-called Haitian, so-called Benj. You might see like the dark brown, or you might see the dark chocolate brown, or you might see like brown, but you'll I'm talking about like somebody that never frequently goes to the so-called Negro, West Indian, Haitian neighborhoods. All right, get a train. Oh, that's a black guy. That's what they say. You know, they call us black when they're black. Skin is brown. All right, when you say African American, or when you say Jamaican, or when you say Haitian, you think of what? What pops in your mind is what? A dark brown guy. You know, somebody's dark, man. It's just funny how Willie D pops up. All right, so that's what you think, man. All right. All right, so we talking about totally two different things, man. All right, because this guy, man, and then early on that show with Sarnetta last night, we had the Apostle on there. See, I know what Apostle look like. You know Apostle. You know, so Apostle has a paper. Sarnetta guy's family paper. Apostle traces paternal ancestry back, if I'm not mistaken, to the original Spanish or Sephardi Jews that was captured and taken on slave ships and brought here to America. And so Vocab alone said that he not a Jew, and with further conversation, he said he has vocab alone. The apostle has vocab alone. Like, why you got a problem with so-called Negroes uh, claiming to be Jew, but you don't got no problem when the Israelis claim Jews. He said, "Yeah, you're not a Jew," and he don't know nothing about apostle. It was called apostle as well, a so-called black man. All right, so he don't really believe that the Israelites are a brown color. All right, from our understanding, what we say is brown. All right, we say it's brown. All right, he don't believe that Yahushua was a so-called black man. He don't believe that Moses was a so-called black man. All right, he don't believe ancient Israel, period, was so-called melanated dark brown people. All right. All right, dark brown people. We're talking about ancient Israel. We're talking for all the intermixing and everything. All right, because if you look up the history, use example, the tribe of Issachar, so-called Mexicans. All right, a lot of them was super duper dark, super duper dark brown, man. All right, before the miscegenation, all right, or the race mixing. It's like I haven't pronounced that word in a long time. All right, and some of them got lightened up, because they, like I said, Hosea 7, Ephraim had mixed itself among the people, because they mixed themselves among. Unfortunately, some of them got mixed up with Esau, Elam, Moab. All right. Who else came down there? All right. Then you had Edomites from America came down there. America, you had Edomites from Germany came down there. They mixed with some of them. A good number of them go down to Mexico. The further you go to Mexico, the darker they get. Matter of fact, I got pictures from the 1900s and the late 1800s where show Issachar just as dark as a so-called Negro, right? But anyway, I'm just showing how you contradict yourself, man. All right, this guy devil, man. All right, let me get this right here. Matthew chapter 10, verse 7. He said, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud on his tongue is mischief and vanity. Watch. All right, now watch how the sister, watch how this, all right, Nepal Shaddai asked him this question. All right, now listen carefully. And I'm gonna stop when she asks a question. And then I'm gonna start again when he's how do he answer it. All right. And Nepal Shaddad is, I believe Nepal Shaddad is Simeon. All right, Simeon, so-called Dominican. All right. I'll show you dummies. All right, that you black only Israelites. All right. Don't know a damn thing. All right. But anyway, all right. She's an Israelite. Like the screen said that the so-called Latinos aren't Israelite. Well, there goes so-called Latino right there. A Latina. So-called Latina. She's an Israelite, man. Dummies, man. All right. But anyway, let me play this.
Honkers. I'm just saying, bro. I'm not saying that I really think this thin pencil nose is a good look on a man. That's not what I was saying at all. But that's what we're going to say. But the interesting thing about a sonetta, it was in a critique of white Jesus. That's the whole thing I was given. But they're trying to say, oh, look, Vocab is actually saying the European nose is pretty. Gotcha. But, they're going to do this till the cows come home.
All right. All right. Let me read this so it won't get taken down. Section. It'll take a video down. All right. Copyright disclaimer on Section 107. Copyright Act 19 allowance made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might else be infringing. All right. So this is for educational purpose. All right. I do not own this clip. All right. Belongs to Sonetta. All right. And also I'm gonna play a clip of Vocab Alone video. Do not own the clip from Vocab Alone video either so it's educational purpose. Do not own both the clips. All right. All right. So for educational purpose. Sorry, so continue to play it. All right.
I got you, man.
Can I just ask him a question before you move away from that? And I'm sure it still pertains to that. When you talk about the Shroud of Turin, many people know that that's not authentic, but let's talk about iconoclasm during the Renaissance. There's facts that there were paintings of what looked like black people when they.
All right, so she said there's paintings will look like black people. All right, brown skin, dark brown skin people, period. All right. Anyway, let's go. Pinterest. All right. All right, so she talking about the sister talking about paints like this. All right. Let's see. Like this. Okay. And this in Europe, right? Some European royalty. All right. Let's see. I'll get to the other ones. Let me see if I just click it on this. Right. Let me see, those look like modern. Alright, so you got this painting right here. Alright. Like this right here. Alright. Those statues right there. So that's what she's talking about. Alright, now watch how this devil answer. Watch how he goes around.
Depictions of the apostles, the saints, of even the Messiah himself. Can you explain why it's a known fact that with the iconoclasm, those actual artifacts, those pieces of art were damaged, and the dark color of the people, it was taken off? Like, I've never heard you, maybe you've addressed this before, but this is a fact. It's not the Turin Shroud. It's actual.
Yeah, you're talking about iconoclasm.
So why were they? Wait, first off, why were they black, and then why was the skin color changed to not look black?
Well, have you ever heard of Black Madonna?
Right, of course. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're all over the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're literally all over the world. Why weren't those destroyed? If somebody's trying to get rid of all of the, Black Madonnas, then why weren't...
It most likely when destroyed. Why? Because there was so many of them. All right. The ancestors, they made many coins, they made many paintings, even though the Madonna is really not Mary, and then the baby not Jesus, Isis and Horus, because gangster Constantine, the one of people that was bugged out, he made up Christianity by fusing the scriptures with Egyptian mythology and Babylonian mythology. Esau took it and made it worse. Esau turbo it. When he started breaking the icons and started making up false doctrines, even though Constantine made false doctrines, Esau took it to the extreme, all right? All right, to benefit him. All right. So let's go. All right, now watch how he goes. Watch how he invades
all the black, or trying to get images of Black Jesus and Black Apollo. Why is Black Madonna still there from even prior to the Reformation?
Okay, in the Vatican, right?
No, Black Madonnas are all over. They're in Spain. There's one in New York City. Sicilians love their Black Madonnas. They got a grip of them. They bring them out and everything. Black Madonnas. For those who don't know, Black Madonna is a depiction of they would say the Mother of Christ. The way they say it sometimes the Mother of God.
But the question is, why would they paint it so-called black in the first place? because the people the paintings or the statues that they based upon, which are the Israelites, because the Israelites were a so-called black people or brown people from various shades of brown, to the darkest brown to the lightest. All right. Okay. It wasn't like a nice little, when you got a little coffee, you put too much cream in it, it turns like a nice little light brown. The whole nation of Israel wasn't looking like that. All right. All right. They had a balance from the darkest chocolate brown to the very lightest light. That's why I said Jeremiah chapter 12. Now Israel's a speckled bird. All right. This guy, man. God demon.
Mary, and it's with sort of almost a charcoal kind of obsidian color type skin. They're in Eastern Europe. Black Madonnas are everywhere.
Right.
But they're usually a Roman Catholic or an Eastern Orthodox thing, right? Well, why are they still there? The main reason they're still there is because those were under Roman Catholic control, places the Protestants get a hold of. So what does that show you? It shows you it's about something else besides the skin color. Here's what I mean by that. The Protestants believed that these images were violations of do not make any image of God, the second commandment. They believed it was a violation of the.
How come during like America's heyday in the 1950s and so on, how come the Catholics, they weren't coming out saying and correct the people that said that Jesus was a so-called black man? All right. Well, the Israelites were a so-called black people. How come they weren't doing it? What's this Catholic Church, 1950s? Oh, pictures, old pictures, that images, so all images. All right. Should I get one with the images on there? Why is this in the Catholic Church? This shouldn't take place in the Catholic Church. It was all about the Protestants said they wanted images stuff. If the Catholic Church would stay true, this should have been originally dark brown people, so-called Negro people. All right. Why is this false image in there? Let's see, look at the details, see when this came out. Find an old one. This shouldn't be here in the first place. All right. Trying to see how old that painting was. All right, let's see. Wait, none of this should be here, right? All this should be dark brown people. All right. If this was about Catholicism versus Catholicism, right? If the Protestant didn't want no images or anything, you know. All right. You type in Catholic Church, all these people supposed to be a nice chocolate brown people, man. All right. All this be chocolate brown images, man. Shouldn't be no pale red Edomite images. All right. This guy's a liar, man. The Catholic Church pushed that false doctrine, man. Now, in fact, it's a video where the Catholic Church had to bring out it was in history that some part in Mexico with Issachar, the Catholic Church came down there and they put these false images up there because Issachar, they was worshiping they had their god of fortune, I forgot the name of it, and he was a so-called black man. All right. So it's gonna start worshiping these images right here. So the Catholic Church got so desperate that they want to keep them in Catholicism that they brought the original dark images, all right, of Yahushua, all right, all right, all right. Brought the images, all right, all right. So let's prove this guy, man. This guy's a devil, man. All right. Matter of fact, what is the other video? What is not his video, but well, this is not. This is another video, but on vocab video about to play next. All right. So go vocab along. All right. Again, this is fall under section 107. All right. This is for educational purpose. Do not own it. All right. Watch this devil lie right here about
on translation there. Most
Zechariah, I believe Zechariah 4:7. All right. Salat, Lamentations 4:7. All right. Watch this. Watch what he said. What he said, the reason why their visions is black or darker. Watch what he say, man. In a few more minutes.
right, and there's a question on translation there. Most modern day translations go with princes, which is what I tend to favor. Here, the KJV says this though. Most modern day translations say princes, but it could be they sort of were pure and good before, but now they're not. I don't go with that one because otherwise, why is there judgment falling upon Israel if the people leading and the well-to-do people are sinless, or not literally sinless, but they're walking in the way of the Lord? I don't understand, because this is describing this contrast before and after. It doesn't make sense. If they're doing all right, doing good, then why would it be? Now, Tripper Longman goes with that interpretation. I know you threw it out there, Boo. It's less crazy than saying they're, that the Hebrew Israelites, the visage is blacker than coal, means what, Jephthah, one body in Yahushua, said when I met him down there, right? But at the same time, we have to look at what it means. And I think that makes sense. It could have to do, what do you think about this, Abu? Not that they're literally white, but a way to describe that this is the upper class of people whose skin is generally untouched by the sun. It's a way to say basically that they're not
upper class people's skin is out of the sun. It's double, man. Your skin can't help touch the sun. You in the land of Israel, man. All right, and Jake like to go outside, man. All right, we know to go out. We like to go outside. All right. When this shutdown happened, man, some of us was losing our mind. Those that didn't know, those that that wasn't stable by the wisdom, knowledge of the Bible, scriptures, they depressed want to go outside everything, man. They stay in. Right? So the reason why his man, he believed they was like a light brown color, and they just stayed inside. Esau, man.
In general, out doing physical labor outside. I've heard one commentator said that, I believe. Let me see here. I wrote it in our notes. Let me look here. But I mean, I think any of those are more likely. Obviously,
the contrast is interesting because if our Israelite friends are going to insist that the comparisons to snow and milk doesn't mean they actually resembled snow and milk, then as the comparison moves along, we would seem that likewise the comparison to shachor, which is translated coal or soot in different translations, but literally black, then the comparison to that would likewise not entail that they literally resembled that. I mean, that's sort of what their own rule of thumb dictates, Right. They're saying before they look like this, now they look like this. But if the first part, if the antecedent is not literal, it's not literally describing their appearance, then so too that should apply to the second part.
Well, appearance in
They boy, anything shown no scripture. It's like it was dark dark people, Negro people, right? Negro talking about the color, man. All right, you could have sharp nose and thin lips and straight hair, still be Negro, man. All right. Anyway.
Sense of morphology, I think, but yeah.
Yes, precisely.
So like Dr. Paul House in the ESV Study Bible, he says it could be, quote, their skin was untouched by the sun, they were not common laborers, and or it's just this idea of kind of the.
Matter of fact, let's look up ruddy. All right. Well, we all know ruddy. It's something. Ruddy means lively, all right, healthy, and ruddy means like not what the Edomites think. Like a light skinned person, like a ruddy puppy, like a chocolate pit, all right, or like a reddish brown horse, all right. When they talking about King David, all right, let me get this ruddy. Hope y'all know what I'm talking about. Ruddy puppy. Then we'll go with what I want to. All right. Where that puppy it always pop up. All right. All right, so that's a ruddy, what we call chocolate pit. All right. Anyway, it's like that. All right. But anyway, let's go to the definition of ruddy. It's on the Bible dictionary. All right. Sunder Bible dictionary, ruddy. Let's see. All right, so no, that's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. All right. But it is good. He became a progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but Egyptians live in Canaan. Right. You go to Genesis chapter 50:11. There is like mistaken for Egyptians, which are another melanated people with brown skin from very dark to very light. All right. Here we go right here. Ruddy, a word used to refer to the red or kaffir complexion. All right, so we all know it's not talking about that. All right, and in contrast to the dark skin of the Hebrews, right? So this is from the scholars, right? All right. So they all want just like a nice brown people. All right. Ancient Israel, the nice little brown people. All right. What he said, the nobles so stayed in. All Jake went outside, man. All right. Those that was healthy, you know. All right, hell. Even but Jay just went outside, period, man. All right. But anyway, and you can see right here, people being dirty, All right. But that's what we believe. That the black division means they had dirt in their face, man. This devil, man. All right. He trying to spin it. All right. But anyway, just continue.
Contrast, because it's going to get to their visage is blacker than a coal, which is extremely dark, obviously. It could be the shocking contrast. And so it's like given a sort of on the opposite end of a spectrum to have much more of a shock and a contrast. But
exactly. The idea, it seems almost hyperbolic.
Yeah.
A hyperbolic contrast.
And you can tell because it's clearly poetic language, like purer than snow, whiter than milk. You see what I'm saying? This is like, these are similes, And so the big idea here is it's the glory of the past versus the sad present condition. And I look at this and you say, are you really going to use this? Because first of all, their visage That's only their visage is only their face. Visage is your face. So it doesn't make sense that it's only the face that's blacker than a coal. But it does make sense if it's sort of dirt covered. Now that's really what I come down on. I'm going to show you the context of this.
I told you. All right, that's what he believed. He believed they had dirty faces. All right, that's what the demon believed, man. What does he want to push? All right, but he knows that I'm gonna correct myself. He knows that there's like were melanated people, man. Back then, ancient Israel was a melanated people, man. All right, dark brown people. Good number of them. All right. Like I said, it was a balance, you know. You got chocolate to very dark chocolate to very light brown to like Mariah Carey. All right. Let's say Jeremiah 12 and that Israel's a speckled bird. All right. It just basically if you ancient Israel tab, you walk in the so-called Negro neighborhood, you'll see the darkest so-called Negro, then you see the very light where they say red bone. All right, you see them the whole crowd walking. That's where ancient Israel was, man. All right, during the ancient times, man. All right, and they are today. A good number of them are today, man. You know. All right, let's show this guy's a demon, man. All right, this guy's a demon. People being dirty, you know. This guy, man. All right, this guy's a deceiver, devil, Diablo. All right, that's what devil, Diablo, that's what it means, man. All right. El Diablo. Vocab alone. All right. That's what you are, man. All right, but it's a good thing you doing, man. You're talking about us Israelites, man. You increasing the numbers, man. Thank you, Vocab alone. All right. But I hope you all been edified. And till next time, most I want. Shalom.